Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Richard Hooper. I'm the Regional Sales Director for the East Coast here at IT Convergence. First off, I hope everybody and their families are safe and sound given the very challenging and disruptive times that we're all going through. Now, it's interesting because 10 years ago, analysts from Gartner predicted that by 2020, half of the world would be working outside of the traditional office setting. And today, remote workers actually have increased by 115% over the last decade. And with the recent directive spurred by COVID-19 to work from home, Gartner's prediction is actually spot on. However, we have to remember that there are several generations of employees that are now confined to their homes. These span baby boomers, millennials, generations X and Z, and not everybody is adapting with the same agility. So this creates a workforce which has different perceptions and acceptance behaviors. And when it comes to software, this can have a tremendous impact on the organization. Now, Software Reviews actually recently published a study where they analyzed data collected from 3,000 surveys completed between January 1st and April 2nd of 2020. The study compared satisfaction, meaning willingness to be able to recommend to a peer, ability to deliver business value, this is fair cost of value, likeliness to renew between surveys completed prior to March 10th and surveys completed after March 10th. And the results pointed to an overall, unfortunately, negative user emotional connectedness with much of the software that they're using. Now, given these statistics, I took the liberty to reach out to several of our customers and some of my own personal customers and validate them firsthand. And my own results actually show that companies within specific verticals or industries are struggling more than others. For example, industrial manufacturing versus services oriented. And then I also noticed a direct correlation between the maturity of a company's IT organization to their successful business continuity, and several factors that play into this. So as you can see in this next slide, there's four main areas that I've highlighted: ERP applications, analytic tools, outsourcing, and automation. Now, as far as ERP applications, I've noticed that companies with disparate systems across both departments and geographies have a much harder time consolidating data and making strategic decisions during a disruptive event like COVID-19. As far as analytics tools, companies without a robust data analytics and mining solution, coupled with user-friendly visualization, take longer to process information and make corresponding strategic decisions regarding inventory, production, headcount, and forecasting. Outsourcing, I've seen that companies who manage all their applications and hardware internally have struggled more under COVID-19 because of a greater dependency on internal resources, less flexibility, and higher costs. And finally, for automation, companies dependent on manual processes, paper reports, or inefficient workflows have struggled to adapt to working from home, and have exhibited a greater dependency on digital adoption and self-empowerment. Now, many of our customers were also grateful for the strategic and long-standing partnership that we've developed over time and how these have helped them cope with COVID-19 and actually focus on business continuity and business resilience while we manage, support, and host their Oracle applications. So I wanted to spend a couple of minutes to talk about our managed services practice and the broad range of services that we offer. So as you can see in this next slide, there's a number of different services, starting with Oracle Applications Functional Support, and this covers break-fix, enhancements, and levels 1 to 3 help desk support, Oracle Database Support, development services for both Oracle and non-Oracle workloads, integration services across a number of different platforms such as Oracle, MuleSoft, Dell Boomi, and several others, monitoring services, cybersecurity services, application testing, both manual and automated, and on the automated side, again, we work with a number of different tools, robotic process automation, and IoT. Now, in speaking with customers, I also did want to share some of the feedback that I received over the last few weeks from customers who leverage us for one or more of these services and how we've been able to help them cope through COVID-19 and some of these challenging times. So the first customer that I spoke with is ADS, Advanced Drainage Systems. James Klein is the CIO at Advanced Drainage Systems. They're based out of Columbus, Ohio. We've been working with James for quite some time. I personally have been working with James for the last several years. We've worked with ADS for over 5 years, and we've provided them with multiple services in both North America and Latin America when it comes to consulting, development, training, and most recently in managed services. So this is what James had to say, and I quote, "I have worked with IT Convergence across 2 different organizations, and as an IT leader, they provide the peace of mind which allows me to focus on strategic and forward-thinking decisions for my department and organization." So thank you, James, for your support and your partnership. The second customer that I spoke with in the last couple of weeks is Outfront Media. Outfront Media is one of my local customers here in the tri-state area. Derek Hayden is their VP of Data Strategy and Analytics. Outfront Media is another customer with whom I've been working with for a little bit over the last 5 years. We've provided them with consulting labor around their Oracle EBS applications, and we've also been providing them with managed services and hosting for the last 5 years. So this is what Derek had to say about our services, and I quote, "IT Convergence has managed our EBS environment for 5 years, and we just renewed our contract. Partnering with IT Convergence brings us peace of mind, both for hosting and support of our Oracle applications." So I'm very happy that we can do that for you, Derek. And again, thank you for your partnership. The next customer that I spoke with was Akamai, one of my clients up in Boston. Chris Blazer is the Director of Business Applications there. I've been working with Chris for a little bit over 4 years, and we've been providing them with consulting assistance for both staffing and project-based work across their Oracle EBS needs. So here's what Chris had to say about our partnership, and I quote, "I have been working with IT Convergence for the last 4 years, during which time they have provided quality resources under a cost-effective model, which has helped us staff multiple internal Oracle projects." So once again, Chris, thank you for your support and partnership, and I'm glad that we can help. Now, besides our own managed services practice, I also wanted to highlight our partnership with Oracle and with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or most commonly known as OCI. Over the last couple of years, we have migrated a number of Oracle EBS users to OCI, and we also have several projects underway as we speak. Now, if your firm runs Oracle EBS, if you're currently hosted in-house, if you're currently looking for a more cost-effective, flexible, scalable, and resilient solution, we have a live webinar on May 14th around Oracle Cloud Infrastructure in particular, and how that is the optimal solution for your Oracle workloads. So this is going to be co-hosted by our very own Kim Bell, our Senior Global Director of Enterprise Solutions, and Oracle. And on this next slide, I wanted to highlight some of the topics that we're going to be covering. So as you can see, there's a number of areas, starting with key considerations about moving to the cloud, TCO analysis, understanding security architecture in OCI, how OCI empowers EBS at scale, the value of a trusted partner versus a service integrator, and then building a business case for your move to OCI. And on this next slide, I wanted to showcase some of the differentiators that OCI has when compared to other public cloud providers. So OCI could be the solution that your company needs in order to get through these challenging times and ensure stability, growth, and success for both your team and your business. Now, when executed methodically based on tried and tested processes and workflows, managed services, whether it's with IT Convergence, whether it's with OCI or a combination thereof, can be as effective and successful as a ninja. So why a ninja? I took the liberty to bring up the definition of a ninja from dictionary.com, as you can see in this next slide. So a ninja is a person who is expert or highly skilled in a specified field or activity. And this is how I feel about our managed services practice and the team of resources that I work with on a daily basis. These are some of the differentiators that IT Convergence brings to the table through our managed services practice, keeping the definition of a ninja in mind. So you can see that there's 4 key areas that I've highlighted: scalability, flexibility, cost-effective, and business continuity. For scalability, I believe that for many organizations, support hours vary daily, weekly, monthly, or even seasonally, right? In several instances, hiring a new full-time resource doesn't make sense when the increase in support will only be temporary. In other cases, like what we're experiencing right now under COVID-19, many organizations unfortunately have been forced unwillingly to furlough or even lay off employees. And managed services proves to be a way to control, support, and accommodate for the peaks and troughs that are typical of support. With flexibility, instead of relying on individual resources for assistance or depending on specific time zones for support, managed services offers a broad range of support across multiple applications and skill sets by relying on a team of resources that, in our case, is spread across 3 continents. Cost effective, because by working with a team of resources located across 3 continents and 4 different time zones, we can provide onshore, nearshore, and offshore resources, or we like to call it right-shoring, for staffing, project-related, and subscription support work, right? Matching skill sets and cost with your requirements and budget. And then business continuity, because our managed services practice is audited twice a year and is compliant with the business continuity requirements and regulations set forth by SOC 1 and SOC 2 audit processes. So I hope this information was helpful. If anybody has any questions regarding IT Convergence, our managed services, OCI, or the solutions that we deliver to customers in conjunction with Oracle, please feel free to contact me. I've listed my contact information, my email address, my cell phone, my LinkedIn profile, our company website, and I've also listed the link to the live webinar that we're going to be co-hosting with Oracle on May 14th to discuss OCI in greater detail. So thank you everyone for watching. I wish everyone well. Stay safe. Bye-bye.